Okay, good night. I'm Abbas Shahil, and tonight I will tell you about some video from YouTube. And the title of the video is "Interpreter breaks down how real-time translation work from Wired Channel." So, there are Barry Slater Olson as a vlogger and then a conference interpreter explain about what it's really like to be a professional interpreter. So, I will inform you about what can we got from this video. And first, uh, from this video, I got interpreter is not only people in soundproof and then but below the government, but it's often in private cluster meetings. And then, in the private cluster meeting, things are begin before anyone even arrived, such as the agendas are carefully negotiated and outlined. And then the second information about the position of interpreter is they don't want to be the center of attention or appear in press photo. They prefer in the sideline and so that can easily to be cropped. There are things that need to be decided before the meeting, such as will a recording to be permitted, is a record being kept, and then who's going to attend. And the third information what I got from this video is there are two types of interpretation. There are simultaneous, and the second is consecutive interpreting. Consecutive is the most common style in diplomatic situation. And then, so, uh, in the consecutive, the interpreter wait until the speaker pauses time. But when the speaker goes on and without pause, the interpreter rarely translate word to word. And then, but when the speaker goes on and for a long time, interpreters really on not taking. Okay. In not taking, the interpreter represent the speaker's idea with the symbol or their own style. Interpreters usually use the cheat sheets of the symbol that will the most useful. And next, simultaneous interpreting, usually used with earpieces and microphones, and the interpreter working on a soundproof booth. In simultaneous interpreting, they whisper to a single person in close proximity to third party. But whispering for a long time is bad for the vocal cords and hard to be heard mm, due to the noise of the room. And then next, in simultaneous interpreting, they try to maintain an optimal distance from the original speaker. This referred as ear voice spam of anybody else. And then even if the speakers is speaking at 100 until 110 words per minute, which research say is the optimal speed for interpreting, the interpreter still has to figure out the optimal idea. But the problem is the further break in the diplomat speech is a lot to be kept in the preter's short-term memory. And many information I got from this video is there is an accident in 2009 when the interpreter collapsed at the UN after its eye for 75 minutes. In the interpreting, when the conversation gets emotional or the speakers become rude, interpreters are not meant to be mediators. If these things are happens, then we're supposed to interpret that things painfully. So in this situation, interpreter will not see. The example of faithful interpretation is even though the speaker may become emotional, the interpreter is not going to parrot the behavior of the speaker. And then when the situation becomes quite intense, maybe a joke would be helpful. But jokes are some of the most difficult things to interpret because they can get lost in translation easily. The last, this is the last information what I get from this video. The last is this job is taught to tackle the many things that we have to do to be able to interpret well and accurately. But in this job, it's important because it was make communication possible between countries and between people. So thank you, and there are many information can I have from this video. So bye bye.